Welcome everybody, my name is Monkey Work and this is Banished. Banished is a city building game. Not a city building game where you try to build the largest metropolis possible, but a city building game where your goal is to not let your population die, and there are so many ways that they can die off. You have to manage things such as food, firewood, clothing, tools. Just make sure that they can live through the winter and not die. The years tally up as you go through, so hopefully we can keep this series going and not have everybody die off in year one. Feel free to make a prediction in the comments of how long you think we'll survive. I'm guessing it's going to be a low number. It's been a long time since I've played this game. It came out about a year ago, and when it did, it didn't have things like these mods, which we're going to skip for the playthrough, but I may come back and check these out later. It's got a really good tutorial system. If you're new to this game, I highly recommend going through it. There's a lot of concepts and just interface things that you really should use the tutorial for. And there's a bunch of achievements, which we have not gotten any of, because this is a fresh build of it. Options are pretty standard. I'm not going to bother going through them, but you can take a look at them. We're going to fire up a brand new game here and get jumped right in. We'll name our name of our city what? Primate Hills, or Primate Valley, because I don't want to do a mountain one. We'll keep it as a valley. Train size will go medium. Climate we'll keep as fair. Disasters we'll keep them on. The starting conditions, you could think of this as the difficulty of the game, but it's a little bit different. It's really, the game is the same difficulty no matter what you choose it. It's more about what you start with. How much of a hands up do you get at the beginning? So we're going to play on medium, which gives us some seeds for a farm and some seed for growing some trees and getting some fruit from them and stuff. Firewood and everything is there. On hard, they give you almost nothing, and given how long it's been since I've played this game, it's probably not a good idea. It'll be a very short playthrough if we do that. So we'll click on OK, and we'll watch. Ooh, they're in color now. I seem to remember these being in black and white last time I played. But this is actually the building style that everything will come in as. You'll see buildings will look like this, and the way they get built is from the frame up. It's really neat looking. And I kind of like the little loading screen here where they tell you what it's doing as it's building the world around us. Okay, so right away, we'll see what we have around us. Ooh. We're pretty barren nearby. This could be trouble. We'll have to get over here to this forest somewhat quickly. Although there's a big, huge forest up there, but I don't know if we can migrate everybody up. The reason I want to get a forest is because forests are great for having gatherers to go pick berries and nuts and everything to get food. We do have a bunch of waterways around us, so that's good. We can do some fishing. And there's lots of stone nearby. I think this is all iron ore in here, maybe. Yeah, that looks like iron. Looks like there's some animals, so maybe we can do some hunting. And yeah, this is our world, folks. If we zoom in here, you'll see our people and the stuff that we get to start with. So as we come up here, oops, let's make that a little bit faster. You'll see everybody has little houses over their head. That's because we haven't given them a home. All that we have to start with is a storage barn and a stockpile. The storage barn's got some coats, some tools, and a bunch of potatoes. And our stockpile has things like firewood and logs and stuff. Let's see here. I'm trying to think of how we want to plan out the first few homes. Before we do that, though, we should probably bring up the HUD. The HUD will do things like show us how many people we have. We've got 10 adults, 0 students, and 6 children. We don't have any schools, so there's not going to be any students until we get schools, and children can't work, so they're kind of useless. Sorry, there's no child labor laws in this game, but they seem to be enforced anyway, so the children don't work and only the adults do, so until they grow up, they're just leeches on our society. We can see how much food and everything that we have. If we open up the event log, that'll show us things that happen in the world, if we have shortages, if people are born, if they die, if they grow up. And this is the job list, which we can then use to tell people what to go and do, whether they want to become a fisherman, what have you. As we build the buildings, those jobs will become available and you'll see what we need. So let's get started and build a couple of homes right away. We're going to try to keep the homes fairly close to our to our stockpiles here. And we're probably going to, let's see. We're going to want to get a fisherman and stuff down pretty quickly as well. So we'll build a home there, and a home there. Build all the homes right along here because we need to be able to make sure we keep people close to their home. That's important to try to cut down on travel time. We're going to want to get a fisherman in right away because that'll be our source of food off the bat. So if we come here to the food menu and we get a fisherman, and we will turn him around so the dock faces outwards and put the fisherman there. Yeah, maybe we should probably do 2 fishermen. And what else do we want? We've got, since we started a medium, we're going to have some seeds and stuff, so we can do a crop field. We'll make a crop field of, let's say, 10 by 10 maybe. Come in here, what do we have for crops? We've got corn, and we've got peppers. So we'll have 1 corn one there. And if we create a new and that one won't be available to us, so they remove off the tree that's sitting on it. Since we have a crop now, you'll see that we'll be able to have a farmer. We'll change the priority on this just so that they clear that off right away and we can get the other farmer in. Since it's early spring, we might be able to plant those crops right away, which will be good. And do we have... that a little bit smaller. Do we have any seeds for this? Chestnuts. Alright, excellent. So we'll do that, and we'll have a... What do we need for that? That is a kind of worker. Another farmer? Yeah, okay. We'll end up making 3 farmers because we'll need to have another farmer for that one once it's cleared out. The other professions that we have up here are laborers and builders. Laborers are the ones who go around and gather everything and bring them back to the stockpiles that are everywhere. And the builders obviously build the items. Once we have that done, our next order of business I think is going to be to get a bridge across here. We'll build it right here. This looks like a shorter spot, maybe. Now let's do it. Yeah, let's do it up here. A little bit less resources, and we can use that time to try to get a forester and stuff over here into the woods. And what else do we need? So we got 4 homes. That probably should be lots for everybody that needs it right away. Should probably build a couple more roads connecting these here. And eventually, once those cleared out, we'll actually, I guess I can do the dirt road right through them. That's excellent. There's some more road across there. What else do we need right off the bat? We're going to need a woodcutter. And he's going to be taking care of getting us firewood for the winter. So let's find him. He is in here, woodcutter. And I think I'm going to keep him probably close to over there. So we're going to wait until after the bridge is built for that, maybe. Do I risk that, or do I put one over here? Well, we'll see how all that goes. We're going to tell it to clear up all these resources here, so all these trees can go. No tree shall stand on this main island area. The stones can all go too. gather all the iron. Bring that all back. If we do all that, we may run out of storage, but we'll try to compensate for that once we get across here and build another storage area. We're going to speed it up to maximum time, and we'll hit play, and we'll see what everybody starts building. Hopefully they start getting homes up. Okay, so we're going to see that the field is available to us. We'll plant the peppers in that. And there, so now the work has begun in earnest. We're going to crank up our actual builders here a little bit to try to make sure that all gets done quickly. Our reserves of logs and stone are going down fast. We'll have to clear down some more trees here as we go. Really need to get that bridge over to the mainland done up as quickly as possible. Get a fisherman in. We still have a couple people who don't have houses yet, so we're going to have to build another house, I think. I think maybe I underestimated how many houses I needed. Build that house there. And we're going to need another fisherman as well, one for each shack. And you can see that our little gardens or farms here are working away. Bridge is coming along, it's almost complete. Once the bridge gets complete, we'll pause this again and kind of plan out our next little bit as we enter early summer. So we'll just pause here. Okay, so now that we're entering early summer, we're going to have that house will be the next thing that gets built, which hopefully should house everybody. But we're going to send some folks over here to build up a forester station. And a gatherer's hut. Let's first get the road out to here. Oops. Road. Road will come straight out like this, and that'll kind of give us a guideline of where we should build stuff. We're going to need to have a stockpile in here somewhere, so if the road's right there, we're going to build a stockpile right here of all the trees and stuff that people are going to be getting. We're going to need a house out here for somebody to live in. Put the home right there. The forester station is the guy who will cut down trees from the forest and replant them as needed, make sure it's nice and lush. And we need not a herbalist, but a gatherer, which is this person. And the gatherer will find fruits and nuts and bring them back, and they work best if they're in a dense forest area. So that stuff will all get built here next. And as they do that, how are we doing on things like stone? And stone's getting pretty low, our iron's good, but that's because we haven't built any tools yet. Firewood's getting low and logs are getting low. So since we've got that going, we'll want to maybe make that woodcutter guy I was talking about. We'll put him right here. That way he can distribute firewood between the storage, and he'll be able to reach the one from the forester fairly well. And yeah, right now we're at 11 adults and 5 children. And we'll see how things go as we speed along through the summer here. Let's take a look at our crops. About 82% yield there, 90% yield. We'll have to choose when we want to harvest this. Not sure if it'll do it on its own. Oh, they do. They auto harvest. Okay. So if your thing is too big, if you don't have if your field's too big, they won't be able to harvest it all before it gets cold and your crop goes away. Which is why it's important to have your farmers work nearby. We might actually add an additional farmer in here just to try to speed this guy up. What are we waiting for in this one? We don't have any supplies for it. We really have no supplies at all? Okay, so I guess we're going to tell it to cut down some of these trees here, maybe? And gather this stone. We'll see if that helps. We're running into autumn, so it's kind of sad that we don't have that house built yet. Let's see if we can increase the priority on it. Get somebody building that quickly. There, the house is coming up, the woodcutter's hut's coming in. Both are pretty important. As that house is built now, do we have enough food for everybody? Or sorry, not food for everybody, enough homes for everybody yet? Still says 3 people don't have homes. Alright, we'll build one more house. We'll build this one over here. I would have thought everybody would have had a home by now, but apparently not. Build your home. Just moving on. Got all those trees over there as well. Well, I guess part of the reason why the house isn't there is because this one didn't get built yet, which is one of the ones I was counting on having built by now. That might be part of my problem. My reserve of firewood is low. I know. It's sad, but that's all I can do. What is this in here? Oh, they're storing stuff in there. Maybe we'll make a little stockpile in there so they can do that. Feel free to stockpile stuff up there, folks. And the same thing here. This one looks like it's pretty much full there. That's not a good thing. They don't have places to store all the stone and everything I'm asking them to go get. We do have lots of food though, so that's good. Oh, our woodcutter. Did I put a woodcutter out here? Oh man, that's not what I meant to do. That was supposed to be the forester. Oops. Okay. Well, we've now got 2 woodcutters, and you're freezing because you don't have any... Alright, well I think we are going to... remove this structure. And we want the forester in there. Where's the forester? That's a crop. Forester's Lodge. He's gonna go right there. Because I didn't realize I had built that, because I'm a silly, silly person. We got somebody who says they don't know what their job is. What does that mean? Oh, because we have one too many woodcutters. Gotcha. Bring the farmers down a little bit. Fishermen can be jacked up during the winter here. You always have a I guess I've got to have the 3 farmers. And we are in early spring of year 2. Well, let's just do a quick pause here and do a quick recap and see where we're at. 1 of 1. I only want 1 farmer per field. There we go. We've got a stockpile of stuff going up there. We've got... We're going to go back down to 1 fisherman each so we can keep things moving. We'll have our woodcutter there. Gatherers, hut. Need to add 1 person in there to be a gatherer. This is being demolished. That'll be a storage area for them. Things are going okay. We've grown up to 15 adults, so 5 additional adults over the course of the year. Why don't you have anybody working for you now? 3 farmers. There, okay. And our little, everybody's got homes, everybody's got food in their belly. We are probably going to be having a firewood shortage if we don't get things going, but we're out of the winter now, so that shouldn't be a big deal. We've got lots of stockpile of stone and iron, so I think I'll probably make a blacksmith next. Oops. And things are looking good. We'll have our little central island here. I'll probably put some mines down there sometime soon. And this will be our little nature reserve area on this side. We'll see how things go. So I hope you enjoyed this. Check out Banished. It's quite a fun game. It gets really in-depth, and I'm barely scratching the surface and probably have not done things optimally at all. There's probably a lot of people watching this going, you should have done this differently. Bear with me, I haven't played much in a long while. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give a thumbs up. Like I said, guess in the comments how long this civilization will last. How many years do you think we'll get through before we fail horribly? And I'll be back with you as soon as I can. Take care, have fun, bye.